tagged again. Thank you, Fitness Assassin. All right, so I got tagged again for one of these answer these questions fitness tags. This time it was my buddy Fitness Assassin. I want to thank you for tagging me. Normally I don't really like these tags, but buddy, because you tagged me, I got to do it. So these are 20 questions and they're all food related. So let's get right into it. Got my questions right here. Okay, so question number 1. What food would you eat every day? Simple. Wild Alaskan salmon. Question number 2. What is your favorite restaurant? Well, I only go to one restaurant, and that's for sushi, and it's the only restaurant in my area that serves brown rice sushi, and that is Miyabi, spelled M-I-Y-A-B-I, Miyabi. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Been going to this sushi restaurant for a long time. Other than that, I don't go to any restaurants unless I have to, and that's only when I'm on the road traveling. Number 3, what city has the best food you've ever had? That all depends what kind of food I'm looking for. For the best Tex-Mex, can't beat San Antonio, in my opinion. For all the other food, I have to go with Philadelphia. Question number 4. What do you get on your sub? I do not eat subs anymore. I haven't had a sub. Oh God, I don't know how long ago. I believe, you know, I can't even remember. It's been so long. So I don't eat subs. So I don't put anything on my subs because I don't eat subs. Number 5, what do you get on your pizza? I do not buy pizza outside of the house. I only eat pizza homemade.
Order the double cheese and sausage.
Right here, dude.
99% of the time at my place, the voice behind the camera, my daughter, makes the pizza every Friday.
Thank God it's Friday!
And I also have had my other daughter, Kelly's pizza, which is homemade, which is very good. And I'm hoping to have that again in the near future. But I don't eat pizza out. Now, as far as what I put on top of the pizza, well, we generally put spinach on it, occasionally olives. My favorite pizza topping of all time, though, is anchovies. I grew up eating pizza with anchovies, and in my house when I was growing up, it was always half and half. Half plain, half anchovies. That was it. That was our traditional pizza. Number 6. Is there a food you have always wanted to try?
Chilled monkey brain.
No. I think I've pretty much tried every food that I've wanted to try. I've tried it at least once. Even food that I knew was going to taste terrible, I still gave it a shot. So at this point, there really isn't any food I'm dying to try. I'm pretty well settled on what I like, and that's normally what I eat. Okay, number 7. Tell me about your worst restaurant experience. Well, that's got to be the Silver Diner. And check out the picture in the corner. I think it's going to be here. Right there. That picture says it all. But in case you can't tell what's going on, it was Veterans Day. This has been a long time ago, because as I said, I don't go to restaurants anymore. But it was on Veterans Day, and not only was it the worst service we ever had, but as you can see in this picture, the waiter, as he was standing by the pass to get the food, had his hands down in his pants. I'm assuming that's to keep his hand warm so that his cold hands don't lower the temperature of the food he's serving. That picture grossed me out, and I've never been back to that place ever again. And this is another reason why I don't go to restaurants, because you don't know what's going on when you don't see it. Disgusting. That's absolutely the worst experience I ever had. Number 8. Who's the better cook, your mom or your dad? Well, that's easy. My dad was a professional chef. He was the best cook. Mom was second place. He taught her everything she knew. Between the two, we've always had restaurant quality food in our household. We didn't have a lot of money. In fact, I grew up pretty poor. And the one thing that we never skimped on was quality food. Very little processed food in my house. It was always cooked fresh daily. And Mom did most of the cooking because she was home. She was a stay-home mom. And my dad, he worked long hours at the restaurant. But when he did cook, they were always fabulous dinners. Number 9. What is one food you just fail at making? What is one food you just fail at making? Well, when it comes to baking, I fail at everything. If you watched any of the baking contest videos that I've had with my daughters, you know I always lose. So I always fail at baking, so I try not to bake. Everything else I make, I got it down pretty pat, so there's no problem there. Number 10, name your least favorite foods. Of all the foods I've ever eaten, the least favorite has to be chitlins. I tried them once. Actually, I had 2 experiences with chitlins. I got to share this with you. Experience number 1 with chitlins was back in 1972. I was in Air Force basic training, and I was pulling KP duty.
And look at the job that they hand out to me. KP. 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 And KP.
And it was during Soul Food Week. So they were preparing the food to be served the next day. And I got called over with 2 other basic trainees. One kid, African-American from Philadelphia, and a white kid, I don't know where he was from, somewhere down south, I guess. And the 3 of us were called over to this big sink, and in the sink they had these 2 giant pots. As I was approaching the sink, I caught a whiff of something that was very familiar, sewage.
What's that terrible smell?
I don't know.
I used to live in government housing back in Philadelphia that used to be an Army Air Force base. They built the base at the end of World War II and then decided they weren't going to use it, so they leased the base out to the city of Philadelphia, and the housing on the base became public housing. And our house was an end house on a row of houses, and right across a little dirt gravel road was the cesspool leakage into the creek. So I was very familiar with that sewage cesspool smell, and I got hit with it in my face as I approached the sink. And I looked in, and in this giant pot was this stuff. I didn't know what it was. And the lady said, "It's chitlins, and you're going to have to clean them because we're cooking them for Soul Food Day the next day." Well, the African-American kid from Philadelphia looked at the pot and turned around, and the lady said, "I ain't cleaning that." And she said, "That's your heritage, young man. You will clean that." And then he said, "I'm from Philly. That ain't my heritage."
Pigs sleep and root in shit. That's a filthy animal. I ain't eating nothing, ain't got sense enough to disregard its own feces.
Philadelphia cheesesteak is, "I ain't cleaning that stuff." And he turned around and walked away. So me and the other kid, we were left to clean it. Now, I was too scared to say anything because I was just a trainee. This kid had a lot of guts. I thought he was going to get in trouble, but he didn't. So here we are, 2 kids cleaning out chitlins, and I'm sitting there and I'm gagging, holding my breath. And they were cut into about, I say, maybe 2.5, 3 inch lengths, and then slit down the center. So we had to push our thumb, and basically we were pushing out pig crap out of the intestines. After about 10 minutes of doing this, I looked over at the kid next to me. I said, "Do you eat this stuff?" And he said, "Hell no." And I said, "I don't eat it too." So we looked at each other, and we knew right away what we were going to do. We just took the chitlins, rinsed under the water, and threw it in the pot. We didn't clean any more of it. We just threw it in the pot. We figured, hey, we're not going to eat it. What the heck? And we got out of there as soon as we can. We'll talk about karma.
Karma. What? Karma. You know, when you do something bad to someone and fate pays you back by something bad happening to you.
Is that France?
A couple years later, I'm on the island of Guam. Just finished a workout with a buddy of mine. And we go over to the chow hall to eat. And this was really weird. You know I guess they call it the sneeze glass or the sneeze plate, but it's that glass that covers the serving line. And the steam coming off of the food fogs it up so you really can't see the food. I picked out lasagna. That was easy to pick out. But I wanted a vegetable to go with it. And I thought I was picking out zucchini. Now, the funny thing is when you point at the food and you ask, what is that? The lady behind the serving line just plops it on your plate. She doesn't bother telling you. So I said, what is that? She plopped it on my plate. And when the plate came over the glass, boom, flashback. Basic training, KP, not cleaning the chitlins. It was a big spoonful of chitlins.
No, God!
And then I remembered, oh my God, it's soul food week again. So I took the plate and I sat down, and it was me and a buddy. First time in my life tasted it. Well, there was no flavor to it. It just felt like it was a mouthful of fat. But the smell made me sick. And all the juice from the chitlins was just creeping over into my lasagna. And I looked at my buddy and said, you know what? We need to go to a restaurant and get something to eat. And he said, yeah, because this place stinks. And he wasn't talking about the ambiance. He was talking about my plate. So we got up quickly, dumped the food in the garbage, and split. And we went out and we got something to eat. That was a lot better and less smelly. Number 11, raw or cooked veggies. Both. I like them both equally. But when I cook my vegetables, I like them steamed and I like them crisp. Number 12, how do you like your steak? I do not eat steak. I'm a pescatarian. I only eat seafood, and it's primarily wild Alaskan salmon. Number 13, do you enjoy cooking or baking better? I hate baking. That's an easy one. If you watch my videos, I suck at baking. Don't like it, don't do it. Leave that up to my daughter. Number 14, what's your favorite fast food place? I don't eat fast food ever. So I have no favorite place. Number 15, name a food place you wish was closer to you. Nope, don't have one. Can't answer that because I don't eat out. Except for the sushi place. 16, ultimate favorite dessert. I love Arctic Zero. And I know that doesn't taste like ice cream, but that's why I like it, because it has a lighter texture. And it's just good stuff. I like Arctic Zero. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's not creamy enough, but I like Arctic Zero. 17. What food do you gravitate more towards at a party or get-together? Well, usually when I'm at a party or get-together, there isn't any food that I can eat because it's usually all junk food and snacks. So I try to find the vegetables or the fruit. So I load up a plate of vegetables and fruit. And occasionally, if they have some good cheeses, I might hit a couple of cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant. And to be honest with you, I want to be easy on everybody at the party. So I just stick to the fruit and the vegetables. Mostly fruit, though. Number 18. Favorite food to eat at Christmas? That's easy. Stuffing. I usually make it. Always organic. And tastes good. It's the only time I ever have stuffing is during the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving. 19. What's the first food that comes to mind right now? Wild Alaskan salmon. Love it. Can never get enough of it. That's an easy one. Number 20. Do you have any weird food habits? No. Can't think of any. No, none of my habits are weird. Okay. Number 21. What holiday is your favorite for food? I don't have a favorite holiday for food because I eat well every day. So I guess for me, every day is a holiday. How lucky.
Lucky, 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 lucky. Feel so lucky.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Number 22. What's one food you would never try? Escargot.
It's a snail! Yeah!
I know, I guess you can classify that as a seafood maybe. But I don't do snails. 23. Do you know your best friend's favorite food? I don't have a best friend, so no, I don't know my best friend's favorite food. I used to have a best friend, but he passed away a long time ago. And I really don't have... This is going to be a sad moment, but I don't really have any really close friends.
Oh, no, baby, please. You are far too fine to look so sad.
I don't know why. I just don't. So I don't know what their favorite foods are. If I ever get one, that'll be the first thing I ask. Hey, new favorite friend, what's your favorite food? 24. What's the best thing your mom makes? Well, my mom passed away when she was in her early 30s, so it's been a long time. But the best thing my mom used to make was anisette cookies, homemade. 25. What's your favorite style of eggs? Scrambled, boiled, poached, over easy, or sunny side up? Every morning, egg white omelets. 26. Name your favorite restaurant that closed down. Don't have any favorite restaurant that closed down because, as I said before, I really don't go out except at Miyabi's. And if they ever closed down, I think I would freak out. Because it's the only place around here that serves brown rice sushi. Do you like your bread toasted, light, or dark? I like it medium. 28. Do you like spicy foods? Hell yeah, I like spicy foods. In fact, funny story, when I grew up, my parents used to keep a bottle of Louisiana hot sauce in the top shelf of the cabinet, and that was used to punish us whenever we lied. What my parents didn't know is I loved hot sauce, so for me it wasn't a punishment. I guess nowadays that would be child abuse, and I guess people would be thrown in jail for that. I don't know, but there's a lot of things that happened back in the 60s that you can't get away with today, like getting smacked with the belt or the wooden spoon, all those kind of things. But yeah, I love spicy food, all kinds of spicy food. The hotter the better. Number 29. Do you like seafood? I'm a pescatarian.
Was a bear shit in the woods?
I don't think we need to say any more about that. Number 30. This is the last one. First food that comes to mind that is green broccoli. Probably because I just bought 3 bags of frozen broccoli. Organic, of course. And I'm on my way home to go put it in the freezer. So that's it. That's the 30 questions. So you got to the end of this video. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed these questions. I'm going to tag one person. One person. Veganista Muscle. My daughter. Kelly. Answer the 20... Oh, excuse me. How many? Answer the 30 questions. Looking forward to your response. So if you like that video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Share, like. You know the drill. And as always, everybody, eat right. Train insane. Make good choices. And always stay fit. Till next time, everybody. Sergeant Fit out.
601. Why are you still here? It's over. Click on another video. You know you want to. Or subscribe. I'll see you later. 602. 603.